Nicole coming in with a tag video. I was tagged by the diva designing on a dime, Miss Kimberly Davis, for this tag. It's the dinner tag. So I was really excited to be tagged in this because y'all know I like to cook. So anyway, let's get started so it won't be super long. The first question is my favorite crock pot meal. My favorite crock pot meal is my ginger ale roast. What it is any kind of roast, be it beef, you know, pork, whatever, or any kind of meat pretty much, and a can of the Buffalo Rock ginger ale. It has to be the Buffalo Rock ginger ale, not the Seagram's, you know, all the other big name brands. It's Buffalo Rock ginger ale because it is totally different from those ginger ales. It's got this really strong syrupy kind of, I guess you can call it, flavor to it, and it actually is so strong it kind of opens your sinuses up. But it's delicious. If you're from the South, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I put the roast in, I season it up just like you know, whatever your favorite seasonings are, and I pour the can, 12-ounce can of the Buffalo Rock ginger ale on it, and I just let it cook down, and it makes this wonderful sauce, and it is delicious. So that's my favorite crock pot meal. So try it. It's really good. And you can substitute any kind of soda, Coke, Dr. Pepper, or whatever. It cooks down beautifully. Trust me, it's delicious. Next one, the next question is your favorite easy cleanup meal. What I like to do, usually if I'm cooking it like this and I want to just go ahead and get something done and I don't have to worry about dishes, I'll get aluminum foil, and it'll either be fish, pretty much my favorite fish like tilapia or salmon, seafood, shrimp or something like that. I'll put it in the foil. I'll squeeze a little lemon juice on top of it, and some Old Bay seasoning, and then just kind of seal that up and let it steep. Sometimes I put a little bit of white wine, and then just let that cook, and then once you know it's done and you get ready to serve it up, you can just throw the foil away. Really easy. It's quick because it only takes like 15-20 minutes. You're done. So that's my favorite easy cleanup meal. Let's see, favorite Pinterest dish. Last year for the fair, y'all know if you watched me for a while, I compete every year at our state fair in their cooking contest. Well, last year they started a crock pot contest, so I was on Pinterest trying to get some inspiration, and I found this wonderful recipe. It is brownies that are cooked in a mason jar that you know, you put it could be a brownie mix, a homemade scratch, you know, from scratch brownie mix, and raspberry preserves. Simple and easy. You mix the box mix up, or you make your brownie batter up, and you just alternate in layers in the mason jar with, you know, the brownie mix with a tablespoon of the raspberry preserves. You put it in the crock pot, you fill it with water about halfway up the jars, and then just let it cook for like 4 hours on low, and it bakes up to be this wonderfully moist, yummy brownie dessert in a mason jar. So that's my favorite crock pot dish. I know I'm going into detail. I love it. I entered that into that contest and I got second place. I won 250 bucks for that. Tweet the recipe, of course, because that was not the original recipe, but I tweaked it a little bit and I won 250. So that is definitely my favorite Pinterest inspired dish. Love that. So the next question is, and try that, it's easy, I swear to God. Brownie mix and a, you know, little jar of raspberry preserves. Alternate 4 hours, you good. Okay, healthiest dinner dish. I'd say my healthiest dinner dish is my orzo salad. It's orzo pasta. You can put any type of fresh vegetable in it that you want. Sometimes I'll steam, if it's in season, of course, asparagus, and then I'll put cucumbers, tomatoes. Sometimes I'll use sun-dried tomatoes, feta cheese, Like I said, any kind of vegetable I'll put. Green onion. It's just what I feel like putting in it. And the Zesty Italian by Wishbone. Gotta be the Zesty Italian by Wishbone dressing on top, and it's delicious. Hey, buddy. So yeah, that's my healthiest dish. My favorite soup is the next question. Well, I think my favorite soup is a collard green soup. It's just pot liquor pretty much, but it's in a soup form. Of course, it's made from, I wouldn't do, well, I mean, you can do fresh ones, but usually you can do the frozen greens or the canned ones. I like to use the Margaret Holmes canned greens or the Glory ones, but I kind of stay away from Glory. They're overly seasoned. But you just put it in with a smoked meat, a little chicken broth, you know, the greens, be it frozen or the canned ones, whatever seasonings you want to put in, and you let it cook really, really slow. And it's a wonderful soup. Delicious in the wintertime. So, yeah, that's my favorite soup, I think. Or maybe just a regular old vegetable soup. My grandmother made this wonderful vegetable soup, so I kind of follow her recipe, but I think the collard greens are my favorite. Okay, the next question is the most unique dish. My most unique dish, well, I wouldn't say it, well, it's a dessert more so than like a main dish, is my sweet potato cheesecake. It is made, you know, you could use fresh cooked sweet potatoes, be it baked, you know, baking them in the oven, and then you blend them down in the food processor, or you could boil them and peel them and, you know, blend them down that way. Or you can get the canned ones like the yams or whatever, and just mash them up, and it is a wonderfully delicious cheesecake. Very tasty, and it has a wonderful little caramel or caramel sauce on top. It's delicious. I actually won with that recipe too. I found the initial recipe in a book that I got from the library, oh gosh, probably about 15 years ago, and it's by a lady named Patty Penner. She did a book or cookbook of the recipes that the women in her family did. It's a beautiful cookbook. I loved reading it. It had stories of, you know, these women and things like that, and there was this sweet potato cheesecake recipe in there, and so I loved it. I tried it. I added my own little stuff to it, and it's delicious. So that's my most unique dish, because it's really unique. I mean, well, yeah. I'll ramble. My favorite salad. Ooh. Well, I'd have to say, well, I like all salads, but I think my favorite salad would be a Greek salad. I just like, you know, the black olives, the feta cheese. You can add chicken, whatever you want to it. You know, the grape tomatoes. It's just a good salad. So that's my favorite salad. I love a good Greek salad. Okay. My kids, the favorite meal of my kids is the next one. Well, they pretty much like everything except for my youngest. She's a little picky, but they like everything. I mean, if I had to pick something, I'd say probably my macaroni, but I raised them up to try everything, you know, and they pretty much liked everything. I mean, yeah. I don't think they have a favorite, but if I had to choose, I'd say macaroni. I mean, what kid doesn't like it? I mean, my kids are grown, so macaroni and cheese. Let's see, my favorite dish that I bring to parties and gatherings. Oof, barbecue, because I'm always bringing I mean, because my husband has a huge family, and like the last time we got together was the 4th, so I barbecued, so I took ribs, and that's probably, yeah, that, or like potato salad or something. I mean, it just varies because sometimes people ask you for specifics, but usually I'm bringing barbecue because I love to barbecue. Yeah, I'd have to say barbecue. So yeah, and the last question is tag people for this video, or to do this tag. Let me see. I'm gonna tag Resa Richardson. Who else? Minnpam. I'm gonna tag you, girl. Miss CeeCee. I'm tagging you. The Frugal Goddess, I'm tagging you. And anybody else who wants to join in that's watching this video, feel free to go ahead and do this tag. I can't wait to see what you guys do. I know I rambled here for 10 minutes, but I like talking about food. Who didn't? But yeah, that's my dinner tag. And thanks again, Diva Designing on a Dime with Kimberly Davis. And I'm going to put her link below so you can go check her out. Love her channel. Love her channel. So yeah, do this video or do this tag, and I hope you enjoyed my video. And until the next one, I will see you then. Bye, y'all.